Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to a Smalland update video where today we're going to be going over FAQ Friday number 1 and FAQ Friday number 2. They have decided to go out and release these FAQ Fridays every couple weeks to give us a little bit more insight and answer some of our most asked questions about Smalland. That way we're all still excited and we're all ready for what's going to be coming to the game when it finally hits early release. Now, I will point out that they are doing this purely off of their Discord. That's where they get their questions asked, and when you go to their Discord, you can ask questions there. They are doing absolutely amazing things in that Discord, from answering your guys' questions to even having at one point they had an opening for people to join a closed beta. This closed beta is going on right now, and if it is a closed beta that already has all the folks that they have decided to bring to this closed beta there. And what I will point out as well is that in this Discord is where they're going to give you guys little tips, secrets even maybe, on what's going to be coming to the game that has not been released out to everybody yet, but the Discord is a great way to find it. There's a link to their Discord down in the description of this video, so go there and check that out. But let's talk about FAQ Friday number 1. We're going to read through what it says here. It says, hey everyone, we get lots of great questions in the community, so we are aiming to pull a couple of those questions every couple of weeks to answer a little bit more in depth. We would love to invite you to join the Smalland's Discord, like I said, down in the description if you guys would like to join that. But off the back of the reveal of our lovely artwork and screenshots, a couple of good questions came up that we would like to that would be great to address for our first FAQ Friday post. So the first one is, can we build on the sides of trees? You guys will see a little tidbit thumbnail that's going on down here that's almost like a GIF that is showing off your size, what you're going to be seeing when you're in the game. Now, mind you, this is early access. This is an early build. This is not what the finished, polished game will look like. So do not go, well, what does that look? I mean, no, don't worry about any of that. This is just a pre-build. This is not what the finished polished game is going to look like. So they're just showing off what they're currently doing, right? So it says, can we build on the side of trees? We are currently working on a system where you can build anything you like anywhere, but also having specific areas where you can build intricate bases around a certain point. And then you will be able to move servers, play with old friends, new friends, by yourself, whatever, and you will take these bases with you. This adds both creative freedom, but also a lot of technical constraints and server details that they're looking into, but that is their goal. The construction itself is fairly standard approach to survival games, but weather and seasons will also play into it. It is going to be stylish around the lore of Smallands, as is certain characteristics that we want to reflect. So I'd like to point out a couple things here. First of all, they are talking about taking your bases with you whenever you move from server to server. So if you want to play multiplayer, that's absolutely fantastic. If you're playing single player, that's also absolutely fantastic. But if you want to bounce back and forth between the two, your base will follow you, which I'm very excited about. Now, I will point out that this does bring up a little bit of a problem with having bases that are in one location, that maybe your friends have a base in the same location, and then how they're going to work that out. Don't worry, this team is awesome. They are working on that, so do not worry about that at all. Okay, the next question that we're going on to down here is, can we ride on dragonflies? And the answer, more or less, plain out, very simple, right in front of your face there, is yes, you can ride on dragonflies. They are found in areas of Smalland with still water, and while they are being more scarce, they do survive autumn and winter. So the dragonflies won't be as common as, say, something like an ant, a cockroach, maybe a ladybug, or even bees in the game, but they will be there and you will be able to ride them. Because of how common they are, they'll be able to survive all seasons. The dragonfly acts as a reliable, noble steed and companion, so you will be able to ride it around, and it may even follow you around. It has a method of attack, but will rely on the player doing most of the work in combat. The dragonfly is built for speed, so whilst it won't have the highest health and armor, it's fast, and its mass advantage of flight will make it more and more difficult for you to actually be able to fight this thing, tame it, and make it your own little buddy following you around in the back in this area that you're going to be playing. It looks like a forest, decrepit down some areas, and even houses that we've seen in previous dev logs. So that is more or less what they've gone over so far. I'd like to point out a key point before we switch over to the FAQ number 2, okay? So first of all, I want you to see that this is probably autumnish with the brown leaves over here, maybe spring with this one up here, the seasons that we're seeing right now. As we scroll up to FAQ number 2, you guys will see that this is obviously winter, and there's obviously weather that is being played into this as well. So having weather in the game and seasons adds a huge up upgrade to the game in my mind. So they're going through and working through all of this now. Let's talk about the FAQ Friday number 2. And let's talk about the questions that they're asking. It says here, hey small folk, we are back to give you some more answers to questions we've been seeing asked regularly. We have the amazing Smalland community over on Discord, like I said, down in the description. Here are the questions and answers we've picked out for this week. Is Smalland coming to consoles? We will initially release on PC for early access with the goal of releasing on consoles in the line with version 1.0. We will have more to share on console specifics a little further down the road. So, what I want to point out is, yes, I'm sad to say all of our console folks, they will not be able to get into the early access at this point, okay? But it is going to come to consoles, so you may not be able to get in early on the game, but it is going to come to consoles for everybody when the game officially comes out, which I'm so excited for. That leads us to the next question. When is early access? Right now, to be confirmed. We are still working on getting new content in, as well as polishing a wide array of gameplay systems. They are currently working on a date that is in 2021, this year. The early access is going to come out this year for people to go out. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, they are already doing a closed beta that they already have selected all their folks to go in and do the closed beta testing for them. But they've already started closed beta testing, which means open beta testing is right down the road, okay? It is very close now, because if they're already having some folks go in, that means they're going in there, go hash out our bugs, go check things out, tell us what doesn't make sense, help us polish the game so when we release it to an open early release for everybody to go help out and test, a lot of those bugs are already hashed out and fixed. So stay tuned for the actual announcement of the release date of when it's going to come into early access, but for right now we have it that it's going to be within 2021. So stay tuned, stay excited, and make sure you guys join up, and make sure you guys subscribe to this channel as well, because this channel will point out whenever it is coming into early access. Whenever I have access to the beta, I will be putting out videos for you guys as well. Okay, going on to the next question. Will there be NPCs, mini quest lines, or maybe even small villages of other little NPC people? There are NPCs. These will help guide you through the world of Smalland and help give you information via quests. It will be up to you whether you want to ignore these and do your own thing, or take the guidance from them, as some of them will have conflicting options on how to best achieve your goals. So what I want to point out with that, guys, is that there are different factions that are going to be in the game, from different factions that are following different bug types. That's kind of how it's going to work, from ghost ants to bees to hornets to all sorts of other things that they're going to be following around different hives. The way that it works is each of these different exploration folks, the pathfinders, they went out and they studied different factions of different entities that live in this foresty area, from, like I said, from ghost ants to on up, and each of these will have a different lifestyle that they have decided to live, and that will you have to adapt your little small folk community to do, and how you play through your game. So it is a very immersive, very different game from anything that you've seen before, and I'm very, very excited about it. But as they mentioned, each of these NPCs will give out different quests that say you're following the ghost ant line, and then you go on to follow in maybe something like a hornet quest line. The quests will contradict each other, so you'll have to choose how exactly you want to play this game going forward. But guys, that is all the time that I have to go over Smalland for today. Like I said, this is an absolutely fantastic game that I'm so excited for, that is going to be coming out very soon. So thank you guys all so very, very, very much, and I hope you guys will hit the like button on this video, subscribe for more awesome videos, and as always, I will see all of you guys in the next one.